Hello, my name is Tiblob, and this is my very first ASMR video. I've been watching ASMR and using it to help me relax and sleep for about 8 years now, and I felt inspired to start my own channel. And I thought, what better way to begin than by just doing a video with some of my favorite triggers. So, if you haven't guessed already, one of my favorite triggers is tapping sounds. There's something about tapping that is just really satisfying and really relaxing to listen to. So, this is just a little metal tin, and I think it makes a lot of nice sounds. I think I'm just going to explore kind of some of the sounds I can make with this item. So one thing about tapping is that depending on how you tap, you make different sounds, and that might sound obvious, but this is with the just flat part of my fingers. It's kind of muted. And then when I use all nail, it's... Oops, I tapped the microphone there. So the difference is that when you use all nail, it's a little bit of a sharper sound. Not sharp as in like something painful, but rather it's got like the quality of like a snare drum as opposed to, say, a not snare drum. It's just the sound is a little bit more piercing, has higher pitches in it, or however you'd like to describe it. The timbre of it is a little different. But if I use about half nail and half finger, you kind of get something in between. And in the back of it sounds a little different as well. Alright, so this is the little metal tin, and I'm going to move on to another one of my favorite items. I burped a little bit. I'm probably going to edit that out. So this, I'm not sure exactly how I would classify this sound, because it's not really a crinkle sound. But it's not that far from it either. So this is a little rubber dish scrubber, and I must say, it's not very good at cleaning dishes, but it is very good at making these nice kind of crisp sounds. You know, it's kind of funny what household items can make really great sounds that you probably overlook in your daily life, because I've had this thing for like 2 years and I only recently dug it out of a box. I was looking for items that make nice sounds. Alright, that's enough of that for now. Let's move on to liquid sounds. So, got a little spritzer here. But that's not all. In addition to kind of shaking it and tapping it, it also makes great spritzing noises. So I'm just going to spray into this little cloth so I don't get water all over my computer. I'm sure you understand. All right. So now I have a can of cider. But that's not really why I have this. I think the sound of tapping on a can is actually really nice. It's a little bit different than tapping on the metal tin because the liquid in it kind of alters the sound in a pleasant way. It kind of dampens it. So, I'm going to do something I picked up from watching tapping videos, and that is to kind of set a pattern, and once you have this pattern kind of in your mind, then I'm going to break it. So again. Okay. Next, I have a case for headphones. But I found that tapping on it almost sounds reminiscent of raindrops. I don't want to forget the back of the microphone now. And a sound that's a little different from this is kind of leather. Kind of sounds like a rain hitting like a rooftop. Or let's say you're in a car, it's kind of raining, not super heavy, but like moderately. Kind of has the same quality as rain hitting a roof. Whoops, I tapped the microphone again. Next, I have another one of my favorite sounds is just hand sounds. I find you can make a lot of nice sounds just using your hands. You can do finger fluttering, you can do, I guess, one hand clapping, I guess we'd call this. If anyone asks you what the sound of one hand clapping is, just do this at them. They'll either look at you confused and leave the conversation, or just accept it. And either way, you win. The only thing is, it's a little tiring to do this for too long. Alright, next I have a wood wick candle, and it kind of crackles as it burns. So, oops, tap the mic again. Do you hear the crackling? This also has the added benefit of making the room you're in smell quite nice. Although the microphone can't pick that up yet. Maybe they'll come out with a microphone that can. But I guess you wouldn't call it a microphone. Okay. Let's see, I've been going for about 16 minutes, so I think we'll go for a few more. Have a few more items. So, I'm just going to go ahead and leave this over here. And the next thing I have is a seasonal edition. I saw these super tiny pumpkins when I went to the store for groceries. And they were 69 cents each, so I knew I had to get at least one. I mean, how could you resist a deal like that? And although it's a little too small, I think, to use in, say, pumpkin pie, or to make a jack-o'-lantern out of, it has this nice, kind of muted sound to it when you tap. Unfortunately, I won't be able to keep this pumpkin forever. Maybe I can try, like, some other kind of squash. I'm sure it would sound similar. Oh, I almost forgot. So, we have a kitty cat. And I was hoping that he would come sit on this little cat tree. You can kind of see the edge of it here. I'll pull it closer. He likes to perch there, but he didn't want to come today. He was quite hyper at the time of filming this. But one thing I found when looking for cat toys was this big looking carrot. And it just makes these nice crinkle sounds. And I want to make sure not to overdo it because it can be quite loud. But I think if you guys like it, the carrot will be a regular in my future videos. But there's one thing I do also like is crinkly sounds. Alright. Let's see, what else do I have? So one thing I wanted to do was make a video where I mess with slime. See, can you see that? This is fishball slime. Yes. And there's a little fish suspended in it. But before I do the video on slime, I wanted to do one that was a little less messy. But this makes a lot of really great noises. the slime on the inside affects the tapping almost like water, but it's more viscous and it kind of like it kind of pushes back. Oops. In a weird way. It's not really the right way to describe it, but like the force. It's kind of dampened and reflected a little bit. Maybe not the best description of it, but you can kind of hear it. I think. Maybe I can feel it, but maybe it's not something you can hear. Anyway. I think this thing makes a lot of great sounds. Alright. So I think I'm gonna bring back this little tin for a little bit, and then I think this is good for our first video. What do you think? If you like the video, drop a comment below. And if there are any items you'd like to see return, just, I guess, without being redundant, drop a comment. Now, if there's any items that you particularly liked and would like to see again in future videos, just, mention it in your comment and I'll try and start a list of the better items among these. Alright. Anyway, thanks for watching if you've gotten up to this point. I'm really excited to start this channel, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, except if you got up to this point, thanks. I appreciate you giving this video the time, and if you enjoyed it, just know I'll be making more. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope that this video was able to help you find relaxation, and hopefully help you get to sleep. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Take care. Sleep well.